starting with the story that's covering the entire North India, the cold wave that swept through different cities in northern India with temperatures dipping and also many issues that are rising from it now. Let's take you first through the visuals of how roads are blocked in upper reaches of North India, in Kashmir, in Himachal, in Uttarakhand, where tourists which are holidaying are left in the lurch. There is shortage of food, there is shortage of water, complete blockade of roads, and in other cities like Delhi, in Lucknow, there are also cases of night shelters which are falling short this time round as well. And it is interesting because successively there has been attempts from the state government as well to ensure that each year when the winter strikes, there is better administration. But let's take a look at how they're still failing. In Srinagar, -6 degrees Celsius. In Churu, interestingly, there is lowest temperature that's been recorded in Rajasthan as well, which is and also trying to get my colleagues online in Himachal. The temperatures have dipped as low as -6 degrees Celsius. Churu is -1.9 degrees, while Kashmir is freezing at -5 degrees Celsius. My colleague Manjeet is joining us from Chandigarh. Shuja is joining us right now from Srinagar. Going across to Shuja first. Shuja, how's Srinagar grappling with cold wave?
Well, Devina, it is an intense cold wave that we are witnessing in Srinagar city. I can tell you that after the snowfall that we saw recently, at many places the snow has accumulated and it is frozen because of the drop in temperatures. Now, yesterday the temperatures at places like Leh were recorded at as low as -17. In Srinagar itself, the temperatures have gone down to at least -7. And places like Gulmarg, Pahalgam are even considerably lower in terms of temperature. And the Met Department is saying that it will go down even further. Now, there is also prediction that towards the weekend, there could be more snowfall in certain areas of the valley, including Srinagar city. So that's why the people really who are living here in the valley are kind of bracing for it. While this is a trouble or inconvenience for those who live in the valley and perhaps face the situation, in terms of lack of essentials and also, cut down in the electricity. But at the same time, it is a perfect weather for people who want to come up from outside and witness it on the ground. So places like Gulmarg are, really witnessing influx of tourists who want to come down to see snowfall and also ski in the slopes of, Gulmarg.
Well, and it's the tourist season that's being hit as well, as you pointing it out. Shuja, be with us. Let me go across to Manjeet Negina. Manjeet, interestingly, we've seen the temperatures that are dipping across Haryana and Punjab as well. And every year when it happens, the question is of those who can't afford a roof over their head. What's the state government doing to ensure that night shelters are provided to the poor and there is a minimal loss of life this time round?
Well, Devna, if you talk about the temperatures, the minimum temperature recorded on Wednesday in Chandigarh was 2 degrees centigrade. It further dipped tonight. And if we talk about the temperatures in hill areas like Himachal Pradesh, Kalpa recorded the lowest temperature that was -8 degrees. And the towns like Manali and Shimla have recorded -6 degree minimum temperature. And we talk about the life has been badly hit by the cold weather conditions. Chandigarh administration has created makeshift night shelters that has become very popular with the beggars and people living on the roads and who lack the shelter. If we talk about the human life, nearly a dozen people have died during the past week. And the Met Department has further said that due to the western disturbances, the temperature will dip further and rains and snowfall is likely to occur between 14th and 16th of January, Devina.
Okay, Manjeet, be with me. Let me go across to Anindya. Anindya, yesterday we saw in the national capital in the NCR region, temperatures dipped even below 2 degrees Celsius. It's the coldest year in the last 3 years. And interestingly, Delhi government had promised that they would ensure that there are sufficient night shelters during crackling winters in the capital. What's happening on that promise? Is it once that they're in power, only political heat is what the Aam Aadmi Party government is interested in?
Well, to begin with, Devina, yesterday the minimum was 3.4 degrees centigrade. The day before was 2.6 degrees centigrade. That was the minimum. So very clearly you can understand the kind of temperature all around. And coming to your question, Devina, that what are the preparations as far as Aam Aadmi Party's the night shelters are concerned? So far things have been better because, to be fair to the Aam Aadmi Party, this time at least, there has been certain preparedness for a few months on. And that's why there hasn't been any complaint except for a few amenities that are provided inside the in the night shelters. But considering the fact that now it has dipped to a new low, the temperatures, there'll be a huge rush from people not only of Delhi, but they have that throng to Delhi from neighboring states like Uttar Pradesh. So that will be a huge challenge for the Aam Aadmi Party-led state government to deal with. Another thing, Devina, I want to point out, the reason we are doing this live from outside the school is that all schools in the NCR almost are shut. In Noida, the district magistrate has directed all schools to be shut till 15th of January. Also in Delhi, the Delhi state government has directed all state-run schools to be shut till 19th of January. Even the private schools are being advised to take necessary actions according to the temperatures. So very clearly you can understand the the plight of students, the youngs, and also the homeless most importantly.
All right, Anindya, Manjeet and Shuja, thanks for joining us. With winters also comes the threat of pollution, smog, low visibility, hazardous roads and loss of life because of the cold wave that's gripping across North India. Continue doing a check on a daily basis on First Up as well.